Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Today I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin, and this is a weather report. I'd like to talk about the weather health stresses for July 22nd, 2026. We keep additional graphics at tpatw.com. We also maintain a storefront on Amazon. Rather unusual weather pattern for midweek, especially for July. We have a lot of activity going on with the monsoon across the southwest and the Intermountain West. We have a major frontal system stretching all the way from Montana through Wyoming into Colorado, down to Denver, almost all the way to Dallas, across Little Rock, back up through Asheville, North Carolina, back up through Maryland, across New Jersey into Boston, and all the way back up to Bangor. Lots of unsettled weather ahead and along that front, extreme heat in the south and the southeast. And notice this is a significant high pressure system pushing down through Canada and on into the Ohio Valley. Unusual for this time of year. Looking at our vitality index, a lot of activity going on, especially in the Intermountain West with the monsoon rains, lots of probably lightning and unsettled weather. Unusual tropical storm activity off the California coast. Very small, but still significant little tropical storm across the Gulf and bringing moisture where it's not really needed. And note we have a lot of activity running all the way across Nebraska, across the Ohio Valley, and up to the easternmost portion of the lakes. Looking at pressure change for this time of the year, very unusual, and you can see that there's post-storm rising pressure right along the Gulf, but more significantly, a large area of rising pressure from Missouri, across Iowa, across all of the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, most of the Great Lakes, all the way to the east, across Pennsylvania and Maryland, and all the way into New England, except for Maine, and taking in again most of the Great Lakes. Very significant for this time of the year. Looking at temperature change, we've been very, very hot for much of the period, but note that we are finally getting some warmer temperatures here in the southern sections of the Intermountain West. But note the cooling temperatures behind that frontal thrust, especially significant across Nebraska on into Iowa, and trying to work its way into the southernmost sections of the Ohio Valley. Looking at the change in dew point temperatures, you can see that we're rising dew points here in the Intermountain West and up the northern plains, but we're falling dew point temperatures here behind that frontal thrust, so things drying out. Vapor pressure showing very much the same thing. You can almost see that frontal system stretching all the way across the southeast with the drying behind it. Instability is a bit different. While most of the east is showing a little bit less instability, you can see that we are showing that instability in the Mountain West, meaning a lot of storminess across that area. And again, notice that there is that instability with that weak, very weak tropical system here in the Gulf. The change in oxygen availability is very significant for this time of year. We're showing some migraine stresses here along the northern California coast and even picking some up along the coast of Oregon. But notice we have a migraine stress area significant here in Idaho into very western Wyoming and really down into southwestern Montana, but also very significant across eastern Utah into western Colorado. And then it turns really significant as we get from Oklahoma, Kansas, up into Nebraska, even South Dakota, and then everywhere east, Arkansas to Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, the Tennessee and Ohio valleys, the southernmost portions of the lake, southern Minnesota, southern Michigan, and then strong all the way across Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, picking up even through New York and most of New England, except for Maine, of course, and we are picking up all of the Canadian cities from Windsor to Quebec. Very significant area of migraine risk for this time of year. We're looking at an asthma and arthritis risk right along the California-Nevada border, a little bit across eastern Oregon, and then significantly right along the border, Montana, North Dakota, northern Minnesota, northern and the Michigan Upper Peninsula, and then we do have a little bit of asthma arthritis stresses here across Maine. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, let us know where you're located.